Oh, whoops. By the hammer of the Empire!
Dun dun dun. Hopefully you guys can actually hear me. I figured out that my mic was
Yes.
muted. Damn it.
Yeah.
Do I sound any better?
I adore thee. Yes, you do.
Because I'm using a professional mic. So that's awesome.
But, anyways.
Okay, yeah, anyway.
Starfinder
stuff. So I've been thinking more and more about Starfinder stuff.
Right.
So for Cybrix's redo of everything, I'm thinking he's kind of going to be like current Dacius a little bit with how he acts at the beginning. Mainly because what I'm going with is because I already told you that he had a crew because he's part of the Intergalactic Defense Garrison, and he's been a part of the Intergalactic Defense Garrison, but his first crew got killed by something. He doesn't know what it is. Every time he tries to describe it, he can't. He starts going to a cold sweat and nothing comes out.
Ooh.
And what I'm thinking is, he's very distant to the other crew members at the start of the game because after that experience, it taught him like, hey, your crewmates, they can die at any moment. So if you don't want to get emotionally scarred like you are right now, don't try to connect with any of them. Keep it simply business. And then, of course, after getting into the war stuff and having to work together with Deselect and everything, he's going to loosen up and start actually caring about things.
Ooh boy. Whenever I heard you say like current Dacius, I was thinking like campaign, like the whole campaign Dacius, and then I realized like, oh, you mean fucking sad Dacius?
Yeah, pretty
you mean
much.
Really current Dacius?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I will keep his like when he's not having sad boy Dacius moments, he has sort of the personality from the original campaign where he was sarcastic, pretty witty with stuff.
Yeah.
So do we know if Xander's playing?
I have no idea who's playing, man, because I asked who's playing.
Right.
This morning I said who's ready, and no one answered. And then I just added everybody.
Right.
And no one's answered. So I don't know. We might not play tonight. I have no idea.
Depends if people show up. I hope they do.
Audrey said she would play.
No, well, we'll just have to see because stuff's going. I'm not gonna blame her. Just crap's happening,
right.
And I would much rather she not play and like be able to deal with that on her own than play and to have that kind of seep in to the campaign and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I get it.
Yeah. So what have you been thinking about with Starfinder? Because you said you've been thinking about it a lot.
I was thinking about it a lot. A lot of it has just been me trying to figure out how or like what exactly Deselect is supposed to be. Because having him be like cold and calculated and malicious all the time just seems boring. So I've been trying to think about how I can fit him being not those things into his personality, how I could justify it.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
And also, I'm trying to figure out exactly why he is those things, what his backstory is. And I think I should try and make it a bit simpler.
Right.
A bit less specific.
Right.
Yeah, because I mean, I told you about the Jeremaids. I don't know if you want to incorporate those.
I mean, honestly, I don't think that would be too much of a bad idea, but, who knows?
Oh my god. I will say, Jared, every time I hear Jeremaid, I think of Jerma. Jerma 985.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
if you want a backstory behind that name,
Yes.
it is actually because that friend I just mentioned, who is super into Warhammer, requested that I should put something similar to Lamenters in the game, because
Wow.
the Lamenters are his favorite thing.
Wow.
And I was like, all right, you know what? Fine. I'll do
Right.
it. I'll make something
Right.
similar, but not Lamenters, which is what I did. And the reason they're called Jeremaids is also because Jeremaid is a synonym of lament.
Okay.
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
That's where that comes from.
I think at one point my favorite part of Warhammer was the Tyranids, and then I heard about Chaos Demons. And you might think that, oh, now I like the Chaos Demons, but no, my favorite is the Imperial Guard,
Right.
specifically the Cadians, just because of how somehow
How complex
the
it can be.
No, the Imperial Guard is the most ridiculous faction in the entire Warhammer fucking universe,
Right.
because the weapons they use have been compared to flashlights.
Okay.
Well, they're
Wow.
a lot of times they're jokingly called flashlights because they suck.
Oh my god.
Most Imperial Guardsmen use las guns,
Wow.
and they're all awful.
Right.
They
That's
use
great.
a bunch of other kind of World War II
Sweet.
sci-fi
That's
mixture type tech.
Right.
That's cool.
But there are so many of them, and they have because they're all just guys or dudes, like normal people, and they manage to fucking stomp all these aliens and all these demons into the ground.
Lashana's back.
Awesome. Tessa's back. Sweet. Let me go full screen
That
with the
plot line's
chat.
gonna go somewhere.
Oh boy. Oh, that's gonna be good.
Right. Hey, Gavin, do you still have the recording from last week?
Yeah, I uploaded it to Google Drive and forgot to send it. I'm gonna do that right now.
Okay, thanks, dude.
Oh, that's gonna be good. Speaking of that, I should bring up something to separate a big difference between Jeremaids and the Lamenters. Jeremaids are a bunch of different races. They're not just I think Lamenters are just human. I don't know much about Warhammer. I just know he talks about all the time.
Are the Lamenters in the Imperium or something?
They're like the guys in the yellow, and they're pretty much sent out to fight wars, and that's all. I know they're depressing. That's something I know.
Because I don't really know that much about Warhammer either. I'm assuming because you had to specify that the Jeremaids have different races, that the Lamenters are part of the Imperium or something.
Yeah.
Because
I'm pretty sure.
The Imperium does not like other races.
Yeah. So there are there's a ton of races that are part of the Jeremaids, because Because Broxon pretty much just takes children and gets them to become Jeremaids
Man, this might be too realistic.
to help them,
Thanks, Gavin.
continue their sort of conquest of the universe.
Conquest.
They're technically not conquering it, but they're forcing planets to depend on them. That's pretty much what they're doing.
Yeehaw.
Yes,
Hi.
we got almost everyone.
Hey, Audrey, how's it
Who are we
going?
missing?
We're missing Xander.
Okay, I called him and he didn't answer.
Oh.
All right. Well,
I texted him like 4 times. I said, answer, answer, answer. And then I said, if you don't answer, I'm going to continue blowing up your phone because this is important. It's about D&D.
Right.
all right.
Suck.
Well
Okay,
then,
shut up, Zach. I don't care about you right now.
well then, if I guess
say-
we'll wait a little bit just to see if he hops on.
He just... He just... Hold on. He just texted... He just sent a K.
Okay.
all right.
Okay,
well,
that's
we'll see.
interesting.
We'll see if he gets on. If not,
Right.
all right. So, Tessa, do you want a brief recap?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Hey, Tess.
here's what happened. We woke up in jail. Apparently, we did something with the Shadow Troop, which was that group of assassins we kind of, sort of messed with early on in Season 1. We have no memory of what the heck happened. Mariella
Guys,
came
I'll be
and
right back.
saved us. And she was explaining that we got captured. She made us she gave us an amnesia spell to hopefully postpone our execution date because we were going to be executed. Which
I'll
she
be right back.
did postpone it by a month, but that wasn't because we had amnesia. It was because her spell was a little too strong, and we were knocked out for a month. Lashana is nowhere to be found with the group because something happened to her. She's locked in a room. We have no idea what's going on with her. They just know she's locked in a room, and the head royal wizard is doing something in there. And we're also having constant flashbacks because Mariella is trying to get our memories back. We're having constant flashbacks of what happened before we got arrested. And so far, we were partying with everybody, and then the assassin group came up to us, gave Dacius a note that said, hey, yeah, we don't want to... We're tired of chasing after you to kill you, so just come to us so we can finish this. And then he got sad, and then we told him, hey, it's all right, we're going to deal with it. And then that was the only flashback we've had so far. And there you go. Oh, I should also mention we are working together with a weird guy named Darrell who says he calls everyone mortals. So we don't know what he is, but he says he is not a mortal. And he has some sort of thing on his neck that prevents him from going places and doing certain things. So we agreed if we help him get rid of that, then he'll explain what's going on, because the king is going crazy and is still going to send a whole bunch of troops to the Elven Kingdom for a war. So yeah, there you go.
Pride Month, Jack. Shit's gay all year round, son.
I mean, I guess that's not wrong.
Pride
That
Month,
was really
Jack. Are you only a month? Shit's
Okay,
gay
so-
all year round, son.
He's not replying to me.
All
So,
right. Well,
I think. Hold on, let me look at something.
okay.
Hold on. Okay, so I know.
What he's doing.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
No, I have 17 unread messages.
Bro.
Okay. So actually, now that you're back, Tessa, I'm going to look at your gear because I can't remember all the stuff you had.
Oh yeah, because Theseus and Durrell or whatever his freaking name is are going to go get our
Durrell.
stuff.
Yeah, all our stuff was taken.
Okay, the 24th, I'm not going to be able to play because I'm going to Charleston for Golden Horseshoe.
That's fine. I won't be able to play the 22nd through something because I'm not going to be here.
Yeah, okay, because
Are you like ascending?
yeah. I'm just going up there just for like a week, coming back down. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
I just wanted to see what it was like before, I eventually possibly
Die.
have to go. Yeah, I wanted the tour.
Gavin, did you
okay.
get a packing list for Tennessee?
I might have. I have to check my email.
Okay,
Well,
so Tesla, you still
Miss
have a
Moroni
sledgehammer, so that's
texted
good.
me.
Yay.
I have your stolen crowbar.
Yes, she did. Well, I guess since we're getting everyone's stuff, if Dacius so chooses, he could give that back.
Technically, no one has the stolen crowbar.
That's true.
Give me
Or
my crowbar.
technically everything was
Right.
stolen.
I mean,
My
you could say
crowbar.
technically.
you have
I mean, you
your
really could,
very
honestly.
special dagger connected to a chain that can also steal magic.
Right.
That's what that thing did.
Yes.
Slightly off topic, but on topic. I now have a real dagger.
Yes. Audrey informed us.
I told her to dye it blue.
I know, so it can match.
I'm not dyeing my dagger blue.
Oh my god, just when I turn 16, I can get a dagger.
I don't understand why you
dangerous.
wouldn't though. That's the fun part.
That's dangerous.
really the fun part.
Says the one who has a dagger.
She said I can get a dagger or the Gryffindor sword.
A sword. Yeah, when you're
A
16,
sword,
You would
really,
know.
really, a sword.
I mean,
Really?
I have a
Really?
sword, so I really have no. I really can't say anything.
Yeah, but like you
Yeah, but
get
you
to.
can't see it all.
I honestly
sword.
don't know which is
my
better
wall.
at this point.
We're gonna use a sword, a shield, some plate mail, and send you off to Scandinavia.
Right? Send it.
You'll be fine there.
Right?
Yeah.
I really want to get a pike. I don't know where I'd put it though.
What is a pike?
That's what I'm wondering.
Big. It's like a big pokey stick, but for war.
Oh.
So a spear, basically.
Yeah.
I was
It's
thinking
all-
it was like a much larger
I'll be
version
honest,
of a
Yeah, if
katana.
you want to use the lame name for it.
But
Right.
technically, like there is a difference between like a pike, whatever the other ones were, and a spear. I just
Right.
don't know what they are. There's like a funky version of a like scythe that's really long and has a
Right.
really small blade.
Because I just got my list and half the stuff on here I don't
That's
have.
right. Okay. Yeah.
They said bring 2 bathing suits, which, I mean, I don't know.
We got the whole crew except Xander.
Yes. Yeah. We got everyone except Xander. So I guess Nigel's just going to be dead.
Yep,
That's
for a
fine.
while.
Whole time.
Oh,
For a while.
mean-
Yeah.
all right.
I
let
mean,
me-
He's gonna
Oh,
be
wait.
gone for a while.
Here's part of Gander's past. I'm gonna send this to you.
Oh. All right. All right. Before.
Me, you, and Gavin have to do a call after this because
Oh.
I'm.
Come on, man.
After this, I'm gonna go back to watching Love Victor because it was making me anxious. So I took a
After
break. to
this,
do
I'm gonna edit the episode and
All
post
right.
it.
Let's let's do this. All right.
Let's go.
So, carrying over from last time, flash of white. Everyone is getting the flashback, and I'm just going to say that Lashana is, even though technically she's not. So we are on top of Ishtar. We are flying towards where the Shadow Troop base is. Dacius remembers. He wish he could forget, but no, he remembers. It's been about like 2 days. They've been just flying over. They've been snacking on Nigel's good berries. He's just knocked out. Lashana has been out this entire time. They don't know if it's because of her weird robot puppet body.
That's
She
still a mystery.
finally wakes up, though.
Morning, sunshine.
Morning.
Oh, she's alive. Okay,
She's
good.
alive.
Not if I push her off. Here she wouldn't be.
I wish you would.
I won't. Here, eat food.
She's too nice for that.
So Athena holds out just like a pile of good berries in front of Lashana.
Nom nom nom.
Yes, because she's too nice for that.
Lashana just starts stuffing her face with all of them. And
She's like, I'm hungry, don't talk
good.
to me.
We're the great berries.
Dacius has been fairly quiet this whole time. The other party with Sigmund, Grom, Angelica are flying. They're a little bit ahead. You know, if we yelled out to them, they could talk to us, but they're not in just talking distance.
Right.
And we don't know where Mariella went after Dacius's little emotional breakdown and they left. Mariella was nowhere to be found.
You forget someone?
Wait. And Gander's looking all around. Where'd Mariella go?
She could just teleport.
Well, I guess that's true, but does she know where this is?
Yeah, she'd have to know where we were to be able to teleport to us.
It's Mariella.
I mean, I guess you're right. She's pretty powerful.
She probably knows we're going before we even know where we're going.
Maybe.
I can't believe we forgot her.
Oh, Dacius. Poor baby.
What?
Are you sad because you forgot your girlfriend?
Girlfriend?
Oh, Dacius.
When did this happen?
Cheer up.
I don't think I got that hammered.
Be in a lighter mood, Dacius.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
You have been quite tense. I mean, I know all that stuff happened and you're going back to them, but maybe, I don't know, try to save a bit of good feelings while you can.
I guess so.
and Lashana is still chowing down. Due to all the good berries, she's gaining like just a couple extra points of HP. Just temporary points. She gained like 3 extra points of HP just from all the good berries she's eaten.
Okay, you're. Can you like overdose from eating good berries?
Lashana, are you going to be all right?
I'll be fine.
As she stuffs another handful in her mouth.
Can we compensate them for her?
There.
I don't know if I want to try.
It would not be in your best interest.
She's slowly raising her dagger.
Okay, we're not going to.
Yeah, Gander
raspberry.
holds up both his hands. Oh, all right. We'll leave you alone. Could I at least have one?
No.
All right. Lashana kind of crouches over the berries like some animal protecting its food
Athena wants to use her charisma.
to convince her to get some.
No, to give them to Gander.
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I mean, okay. Well, she can try it. She can try it. There's nothing wrong with her trying. All right. Who do you want to roll for you?
I don't care.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll do it. Okay. So, Athena tried putting on a kind face and asking Lashana nicely for some berries to give to Gander. You can voice that out if you want.
Lashana, can Gander please have some berries?
And Lashana, she kind of looks up in the sky, thinking about it for like, I don't know, a couple seconds, then immediately looks back, just goes, no.
No.
Rude.
Thanks. I try.
You are all something.
Being something is better than being nothing.
Wow. That was actually like wow.
Daisy starts having an epiphany. And Gander kind of reaches out and he puts a hand on Dacius' shoulder. She's right, you know. I mean, you've been treating yourself like some sort of, I don't know, calamity. You're not allowing yourself to enjoy things.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more surprised by the fact that, like, she said something like that.
They both turn back to Lashana, who's just pretty much a badger right now. Sitting in the back.
You are right. I guess I don't know.
Well, I just want you to know that, you know, we're here for you. We've been here since, well, day one. And Gander, he kind of leans back a bit. You know, it's kind of crazy when you think about it. We've been through so much, and we've really only known each other for a short amount of time.
What's it been? A month?
Something like that.
Yeah. I guess I've not quite lost everything in that amount of time.
And Dacius looks down and he sees where they have to go. He recognizes, because from the clouds, there seems to be a formation of trees. However, from all the way up in the sky, if you look down, they seem to form an X. He was told once he joined the Shadow Troop that if he ever needed to know where the base was and he couldn't quite remember the way, he could find it from that.
All right. Think we're here.
And Ishtar begins to descend, and the other party descend as well, and they look at Dacius, and Sigmund simply gives him a nod.
I am going to get so fucking hammered after this.
If we live.
I guess I'll get hammered either way.
Dacius. Dacius.
What?
Can we talk, like, before?
Yeah.
They land, and everyone gets off of Ishtar, and the other party dismount.
Dacius,
Yes.
walk with me.
All right.
So Dacius and Athena walk away from the group. Gander, he watches them walk off, and he decides not to follow. He sees that Lashana just kind of instinctively starts to follow them, and he just kind of puts his arm gently on her to try to tell her, like, no, let them go.
Don't touch me.
he quickly lets go of her, but she does listen and wait with the others.
Did you see what Nigel posted?
I did not. Okay, what did he say?
He said, due to the...
Yeah, I hear. I'll read it. All right. Okay. Alrighty. Let me respond to this. Well, that does change some things, but that's okay. That is A-okay. I know. Well then.
I was wondering what happened. It just went blank for a minute.
Yeah, I was just answering what he said.
Okay.
So, Nigel's character is going to take a different direction, but that's okay. That is okay. I will make it work. Anyway. Continue with their conversation.
What?
Dacius.
Yes.
Okay, so I know I'm a bitch, and I think...
You don't look like you have fur.
Ugh, fuck you. Ugh. 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 Okay. Look. You're gonna... Ugh, I'm saying this to you. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Terrible thing.
Come on.
Ugh. Okay, look. I did some pretty terrible things. But I think I've done the most to you. Like, what I did with Shiva. I'm sorry. It was irrational. And Mariella really made me realize what I've done wrong.
Yeah.
I don't. Ugh.
Oh,
Just know I'm sorry, and ugh. And this
oh.
doesn't mean I'm gonna stop being a bitch to you, but Ugh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that future, but
It's a future you're never gonna have. I'll just be less of a bitch.
gee, thanks.
You're welcome. But I really am sorry.
Well, I appreciate it.
Okay, good. Let's go.
So they walk back, and they see that once they get back to where everyone was, that everyone is kind of staring at something in the
What are you
distance.
staring at?
And Dacius knows in the direction that they're staring. They're staring at where the base was, but he's not sure what they're staring at.
Gander, what's going on?
And he kind of like waves for them to come closer. When they do, they see that Mariella is there, and she seems to be sending magic towards where the base is. And she turns around. About time! I can't hold it for much longer.
Hold what?
Wrong.
You seriously forgot? They have a magic seal to prevent anyone from entering, and I can't keep it open for much longer.
All right, let's go.
And they they all rush inside, and you couldn't tell it was a base at first. It appeared to be just kind of a cliff face that they walked into. And once they actually walked into it, they saw it seemed to be an illusion. And there was a hallway leading down. There were torches on the walls of the hallway to light it, though it wasn't a bright light. There was still sort of an eerie darkness to it.
All right.
And Gander readied. So did Sigmund. So did Grom. Angelica, she tried to keep herself restrained, but she was a little excited at the thought of being able to fight the most notorious assassin group in the entire world, at least as far as they knew.
All right. Try not to do anything too stupid.
You're talking to us.
I have confidence.
And they all slowly continued down the hallway. And as they got to the end of the hallway, they saw that it led into a large, sprawling room. And it was much better lit than just the hallway. In fact, there was actually a chandelier hanging from the ceiling. There were some fairly nice decorative tables all about. And in the far end of the room, Dacius saw the man that he has feared and loathed ever since he was forced to join the Shadow Troop. He didn't know the man's name. He wasn't sure if anyone in the Shadow Troop truly knew his name. The only thing they knew him by was one, as it was engraved into his chest. He was a fairly burly man, had long black hair, and as he saw the group enter, the group was completely on edge because of a couple things. One, obviously, being in the den of the assassins, but also because as they looked around the room, they didn't see any of the other Shadow Troop members. One was the only person in the room.
So, what did you want me for?
Oh, please, is that any way to greet us?
Yeah.
Listen, I wanted this to be more of a formal gathering. Though I wasn't expecting you to bring so many people.
Formal gathering.
Yes, please, take a seat. And he made a hand motion to all the seats and all the tables.
All right.
And Dacius cautiously walked over. The rest of our group followed him while the other party went and sat at a different table.
Athena doesn't want to sit.
Okay. So Athena, instead of sitting, decides to just stand next to the table.
No,
And
she wants on the table.
Oh, could you repeat that? It cut out a little bit.
That I want to stand on the table.
Okay. So
Athena.
Athena decides to stand on top of the table, and arms crossed, trying to look intimidating at the man. And Gander, he thinks that Athena has the right idea in not sitting, but he doesn't stand on top of the table. He just stands next to the table.
Athena, what the fuck are you doing?
You got eyes. Use them.
Yes,
And oh, here, go ahead.
I have eyes. Doesn't mean I know why you're doing what you're doing.
I don't know why I'm doing it either.
Oh my god.
And Gander just kind of he put a hand on Dacius' shoulder. Just try to relax. And he stands up from his chair. And he begins to clap as he walks down to the groups. Welcome, welcome. You know, it's quite rare that we actually get visitors. Especially this many. Well, you know, unless we drag them here ourselves.
Wonder why.
But I just wanted to gather you all here so we could celebrate getting to see our great member Dacius back with us one last time.
Right. One last, eh?
Because you know you're never
Yes.
going to have him come back again.
I didn't want it to come to this, but considering, as you should know, the Shadow Troop is family, and we respect our family members' decisions as much as I would love for you to stay in our group, considering you are a very valuable member. I have come to understand that you do not wish to stay, and I will respect that decision on one condition.
And that would be?
Well, you see, we've been tasked by someone who seems like they could give us, well, a lot for this job. It's a very important job, kind of a dangerous job, and you know us. We don't use the word dangerous lightly. This job could honestly be the end of the Shadow Troop if it failed.
Wow.
And that's why I needed you. If you and your friends here can help us with this one single job, I promise that we will leave all of you alone for the rest of your lives.
What is it?
You like to cut right to the chase, don't you? That's one of the reasons why I like you. You see, and he pulled out the job listing, and he showed it to everyone, and they couldn't exactly believe it upon simply reading it, so he decided to narrate for them. You see, this client has asked us to assassinate the king of the capital.
I'm sorry?
What?
Yes, I'm honestly surprised.
Like,
Especially-
the person that paid you to try to capture me? My father?
Yes, that is quite odd, isn't it? I mean, we took your father's job because, well, he obviously would give us a great sum of money, as well as some immunity from the royal court, but this client seems to be offering us even more.
Who's the client?
Well, I honestly can't say.
You don't know who your own client is?
He decided to remain anonymous.
Okay, so what are they offering you?
Well, in no certain terms, our greatest desires is what he offered us.
What's your greatest desire?
Like we would just tell you that.
Athena,
Theseus?
please.
Oh, no. Let her speak. After all, she is the one who almost defeated Tharsis, aka our possible future number 5. Dacius knew the look he was giving Athena. He did not like that look. It was the same knowing look that he gave Dacius when he forced him to become a member.
How the king
What?
assassinate the king?
You see, that is exactly why we needed your help. Oh, okay.
Not you guys. You can go ahead.
Oh, okay. You see, even for us, this is an incredibly difficult job, but we do trust this client. He has shown us that, well, he has the power to give us exactly what we want.
I think there's a bit of a problem there. Whatever it is you all want, I don't think I would be able to live with myself if I gave it to you.
What is your greatest desire?
Understandable. And he heard her again. Well, I can't quite say for the rest of the family what they all desire. I simply desire A world where no one will ever be discriminated again. That is all I wish.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a pretty great world.
Mm-hmm.
And so Dacius hasn't exactly heard him say this desire before, but thinking back to it, he does see how this makes sense for one to say. He doesn't know one's history, but he does know that the rest of the Shadow Troop members, including himself, have had some issues when it comes to living in society. Dacius, obviously, being the last of his species, constantly having to hide from everyone, or mostly everyone. So this goal did make sense, and even though he hated to admit this to himself, it did make him slightly respect what one was doing.
As much as I've shit talked the king, never thought I'd actually be told to kill him.
I hate him. I want to be the one to fucking kill him.
So Dacius and Athena were all on board. However, and Lashana. Lashana, I mean, you know Lashana. She's okay to kill anything. It doesn't really matter to her. So she's okay with it. Like she's just been kind of quietly nodding the entire time.
Sigmund,
Because
it's
Well,
the
I
king.
haven't. Dacius hasn't quite accepted it yet, because Dacius is still. The whole reason he came here was to like.
right, yeah. But he's not outright saying
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to do it. He's kind of considering it. Yes, Athena does ask Sigmund.
Sigmund, it's the king. You know, the abusive fucking king.
Yes, I'm aware, but is killing him truly what we should do?
What else are we going to do with him? He's terrible. We could kill the queen too.
And
This is
He-
fucking insane. All of this is nuts. What am I doing here? Oh my god.
Gander, he had been sitting there. He'd been trying to keep himself restrained this whole time. He finally decides to walk up, and he stands right in front of one. Now, Dacius is panicking right now, because no one does that to one. No one just walks up to him unless he allows it. And Gander just kind of looks him in the eye. I will not be killing the king. And one kind of looks a little disappointed.
Well, that was dumb of you.
Well, I suppose you don't have to kill him. We can be the ones to kill him, if that's what
Hey.
you want.
Gavin just said internet went out.
Aww. Aw, no. Aw.
Hold on.
What happened?
Just tell him to join on his phone.
And it went, aw.
There, he's
Damn,
back.
Gavin went out?
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Shit, man.
Hold on, let me text him.
Yeah. See if he can just do it on his phone, because
I think his
I don't
internet
know
went out.
when his internet's going to be back.
It's a good thing he has a phone, because he'd be shit out of luck if he didn't have a phone. So.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just wait.
What? Okay.
I was afraid.
Jeez, Gavin. You
I
went
was
out.
I was
I
afraid.
was texting you. I just said join on your phone.
Oh.
All right.
Cool, he's back on.
You don't have to kill the
Thanks.
king if you do not wish. After all, it is our job. We only ask that you help us.
Right.
His blood won't be on your hands. It will be on ours. Gander, he steps back from one, and he has a troubled look on his face. And he looks at Dacius, because while it is against his own moral code to kill someone that hasn't done anything personally wrong to him, that he doesn't believe should be killed, he also realizes that, especially from what happened 2 days ago, that Dacius can't handle being hunted down by these guys anymore. And despite his better judgment, he would rather Dacius be able to live carefree from these guys than to let someone who he's only heard bad things about from Athena to continue living. So with a deep sigh, he nods to one, and he goes back to the table.
Does it have to be Dacius that kills him? Can it be one of us?
Oh, it can be anyone. It doesn't matter who kills the king, as long as the king is dead.
Right. It just matters what happens.
We just need the king dead.
Right. That's what I say.
I know he sleeps.
She knows everything about him.
God, I'm gonna vomit.
Theseus, do you want to kill the king?
I don't think I want to kill anyone, but
He deserves
It
to
has to
die.
be done.
He's turned so many people evil. He forces people to hide. You would be accepted probably in the capital if it wasn't for him. Grandfather
All right.
let people in the capital that
All
were
right.
human.
all right. I want to kind of nudge Gander.
And Gander, he looks at Dacius. He still looks kind of troubled with his decision.
Gander, I need to talk with you outside
All right.
whenever this is over.
You might want to make it quick.
One, he looks extremely pleased. Excellent. One final job with the whole family. And as he said the whole family, he made another gesture with his arms, and seemingly out of nothing but the dark patches in the room, the other Shadow Troop members emerged. However, unlike Sarsis, who seemed to be number 5, the first time they met her, actually all the times they met her, all the other members were showing their brands, including Sarsis.
Athena wants to pull out her dagger.
Athena pulls out her dagger. Lashana excitedly takes hers out too. She's ready.
You stupid bitch.
What?
Why is she here?
What? Why do you think she's here, Athena?
One he tried to put his hands up in a motion to say to calm down. Please, we're not here to fight each other.
She tried to kill me. I should be allowed to kill her.
If you want to take her place.
You're cute.
It's just a single job. I think that should be fine for all of us to work together.
It should be.
And even Grom seems to be a lot more composed than Athena about this, though Gander has been like looking at Grom just like a couple times throughout this whole conversation, and he can tell Grom is really holding back the urge to just run up and punch one.
Right.
Well, I guess if we're gonna do this, we should get going.
That's what I'd say. Most definitely.
And I completely agree.
Yes.
We will take a little bit of time to fully prepare, so if you all wouldn't mind stepping outside, that would be great.
Take your time. Do it.
And Grom and Gander, as well as Dacius, quickly got up and started heading out. Wow, and the rest followed soon after. And as they came back outside, they saw Mariella. She was laying in the grass. She seemed out of breath.
You don't know how hard it was to keep that open.
Oh, well, things are only going to get harder. Hey, Gander and Grom, I talked about you real quick, alone, maybe a couple hundred paces that way.
Yeah.
Going like in the opposite direction from the den.
Yeah, that's fine. And Grom nods, and they follow. And they go back to where Ishtar and the other party's Griffin are waiting.
First, Gander, thank you. But second, we're not killing the king. I mean, we're not killing the king in the name of the Shadow Troop. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen in the next couple weeks. But we're not doing this job for them. Can't.
And Grom nods.
However, I think I'm ready to accept help on this one. Somehow, I can't take them on alone. Not all of them, not one of them. So,
Are you sure you
I'd
can't
like to-
take them alone?
I think we should use the time while they think we're preparing to kill the king to,
Surprise them a little bit.
I agree. And Grom, yes. I can finally get what I've been waiting for all these years.
Well, you and me both. Although, I would also like to figure out who this client is.
Really? You'd like to know?
That is... Oh, it's someone someone who seems to have more money, more power than the
Than
king.
we originally thought.
I'll be honest with you. That whole giving you your greatest desire thing sounds pretty, well, magical to me. Not the good kind of magic either.
Yeah, that's true, but what could have something like that?
I don't think any of us want the answer to that question. And
Doubt it either.
I kind of think we already have it.
Right.
And Gander sighs. You're probably right.
Well, let's go meet back up with the others, I guess.
And as they walk back, they see Athena and Lashana explaining to Mariella in the worst possible way what they're about to do.
Oh my god.
Athena pretty much leaves out all the context of the situation and basically says, "Hey, we're going to work with the Shadow Troop to kill my dad, who happens to
Wow.
be the king."
Very
I want him
anticlimactic.
dead.
I mean, yeah, I get that, but you're, you know, he's the king of the capital.
Right.
So, one of my brothers that are better can take over.
Well, that's not. You're,
Athena, I don't think you're getting the point.
I'm not.
Mariella,
Wow.
can I talk with you
Just
for a second?
wow.
Possibly a couple hundred paces in that direction.
yeah.
She walks over with Dacius, and Gander's he's trying to calm Athena. Sigmund and Gander are both trying to calm Athena down, since she is angry because this whole thing is making her think about all the stuff her dad has done. And she's also really excited that she can finally kill him, and they're just trying to get her to calm down.
Okay, so basically, I may or may not have had all of my confidence absolutely disintegrate as soon as I got into the den.
Yeah,
And
I
may or may
expected
not have
that.
everything but kind of agreed to do that. However, as I just told Gander and Grom, we're not, and I should probably keep my voice down, we're not. You know what? Why the fuck am I having this conversation here? We'll talk about this later. I don't want to get assassinated right now.
And she nods, and she kind of pats him on the back because she's trying to make him feel a little bit better, because she knows he is incredibly stressed. And after that, the flashback ends, and the groups regain their senses.
Nice.
Darrell just
Apologize to Dacius?
wait. You what?
Bitch.
Damn.
That was-
Oh,
well,
you know she definitely
yes,
went
and
Shut up,
Mary.
Gander.
Mariella,
I'm guessing you got another memory back.
Wait,
No, you think?
the king
wait, could you repeat that?
was killing the king?
Oh, yeah, I probably should have mentioned that. Yeah, that's what we were trying to do.
Do I get to kill my father finally?
Well, I guess you could, if you could get past all the guards and the royal wizards and the law.
Because you know the law is pretty tight around here.
Fuck the law. I hate my father.
And listen, I know that you have a big vendetta, and we'll find out some way to deal with it, but for now we should focus on finding Sigmund and getting our equipment back.
Yeah.
And they continued off on their mission.
Right.
Now, with Dacius and Darrell, so Darrell just kind of looks confused because Dacius kind of stopped walking and it just has been standing still with his eyes closed for like 5 straight minutes.
Right.
You doing all right?
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm fine. Lord.
Right. That's not gonna come up when we're trying to get your stuff, is it?
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't.
All right. And they continue on. Now then, in the room, the sealed off room that only the head royal wizard could enter, Lashana is there. She is bound to a table, her soul orb completely exposed.
Pinky.
That's what I was thinking. I thought I had you as a best friend. That's oh my god.
So, at first she's fairly okay with the situation until she realizes she doesn't have any of her gear on her,
Wow, really?
and she looks,
That's
and
a little
on the
crazy.
right side of the room is her dagger.
Right.
And she tries to reach for it, she can't because, well, she's chained down to a table.
Right.
Would you like to roll
Don't
a
have much
strength
relay-
check to see if you can break out?
Leeway, right?
Yes.
All right.
Do it.
It's a 1d20, right?
Yes.
Nice.
If I can type the right words, I will
Roll
do
that
it.
1d20.
I really want to type for crap today.
Oh wow. I gotta check your strength real quick, but that was actually pretty good.
Wow.
Your
Wow.
strength.
Fair warning,
Oh.
if I randomly scream ow, I'm cooking bacon and keep getting popped with grease.
Oh,
Jeez.
all right then.
Dude.
I just happened
So-
to read.
Alrighty
Lashana, she tries to struggle out of the chains. She tries to break herself free, and as she struggles, she does hear some of the chains begin to break off, and she begins to try to get herself out of the chains. However, as she is struggling, the door opens, and a figure walks in wearing a red robe, as all the royal wizards do. However, this royal wizard in particular had a pair of large glasses on. And as he walked in the room and he saw Lashana struggling, "Oh, you're awake. I thought you'd still be out just a little bit longer." And
But she
she
surprised him.
recognized him, or at least she thought she recognized him. There was something different about him, but she thinks he does look familiar. Could you roll a wisdom check to see if she remembers? It's the same thing, 1d20.
Roll that wisdom check.
Oh, I typed it right the first time. Yay!
Woo!
Awesome.
All right. So, yes, she does remember who this man appears to be. He appears to be Stylus, the man that said he was the one who gave her her current body, who saved her from certain death. But he wasn't an elf anymore. In fact, as she looked through his hood, he had no elf ears. In fact, he looked like a human. And as he
looked like
walked past her, he took her dagger off of the desk where he laid it, and he walked up to her with it.
What are you doing?
Well, you see, I wanted you to be asleep so that you wouldn't feel this, but since I can't really do that now, I guess you're going to feel just a little tingle.
And he brought the dagger down to her soul orb, and it hurt. She had never felt a pain like this before. It felt like the blood, even though she doesn't have blood anymore,
Right.
what to her currently feels like blood, was being directly sucked right out of her body.
The pain was intense. It felt like thousands of razor blades all over her.
And he did this for about a minute. He took the dagger off, he walked over to what looked like a beaker. He put the dagger over it, and as he tapped on the lid, the magic that seemed to have been absorbed started dripping out inside it.
What is that?
Well, I suppose you could say that this is your lifeblood at the moment, considering, well, your body is only living off of my creation. This is your essence.
And what are you doing with it?
Well, I guess considering that you won't be of use much longer, I can give you a few details. You see, you are a drow, a dark elf, if you want to use the more primitive way of describing it. And as you should know, elves are known for being the most in tune with magic out of all the races. But drows are very, very unique. You see, drows are connected to a very particular magic. Something that not many of them can do naturally, but they are connected to it in some way. This magic can be referred to as blood magic. And as far as most people know, only demons can use said magic. So, what I'm doing is I am extracting this magic from you so I can figure out the exact connection between the drows and the demons.
It just sounds like the generic plot of every.
You kind of cut off at the end there, but I think I heard what you said.
Said that it sounds like he has the same idea that every villain has, like imaginary superhero film.
Yes. And he just kind of laughs to himself. Well,
You see, I wish I could tell you the rest, but that would risk blowing my cover, and I can't really do that. So, I guess I could try to put you to sleep for just a little bit longer.
I mean, you could just tell me. You said it yourself. Apparently, I won't be in use much longer.
Could you do a charisma check? I want to see if she can actually do this. Yeah, 1d20 again. Oh man.
No.
You do have an inspiration if you would like to use it to try to re-roll.
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, just roll the same thing.
That's $1,000.
Wow.
That
Okay.
didn't do nothing.
Yeah. So Silas, he thinks for just a second. No. I can't. Not yet. But soon, very soon. And he takes the beaker and he walks out of the room. Real quick, I will see if Lashana has anything she can do right now, because I honestly can't remember if she does. She has anything that'll let her get out of here? I mean, unless you want to try to break through the chains again, since you already broke through a couple.
Yeah, I want to try and break the chains again.
Okay. Could you roll for strength? Same thing. Hopefully it won't be low.
We hope.
What?
Why do I keep getting twos?
I don't know.
I don't know if that's really unlucky or really lucky.
It's
Like
kind of
getting-
both.
The same number 3 times, but
In a
it's
row.
a 2.
So she tries to struggle and get herself free, but unfortunately she cannot. Now we go back to Mariella, Athena, and Gander. They are going around the right side of the castle. Athena is leading the group to where she believes Sigmund would be held.
So we need to find him. If he's where I think he is, well, we're going to need that healing potion.
Okay, well, where would he be?
Of course, they'd keep him in his room. Probably, hopefully. And the Duke would come in and probably punish him.
Yeah, he probably would.
And Gander was looking all around, and he looked up, and he tried to push Athena and Mariella up against the castle wall. And as he did so, Athena was annoyed with him at first, but then as he quietly pointed up and she looked, she saw there was a griffin circling around the castle. And Mariella, oh, I forgot. They have people outside surveying.
Now you tell us.
Well, I can't remember everything the Duke does.
Okay, is there a way you can turn Gander invisible?
Yes.
'Cause I can turn myself invisible.
Okay, yeah.
She turns Gander invisible. Athena turns herself invisible, and Mariella turns herself invisible. So, now I shall roll for dexterity to see if they can all get past this griffin. Okay, I'm rolling for Gander first. Oh. Uh-oh.
Gavin, will you roll for Athena?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. I'm actually gonna use an inspiration because that's pretty bad for me.
Wait, what did Gander roll?
Gander rolled a 5 and Athena rolled a 19.
Ah, yes. Good Athena.
Good Athena.
Good Gavin.
Oh, there we go. All right, cool. Okay, so, despite them being invisible, Athena especially knew this incredibly well since she knew the castle's griffins. They were trained specifically to be able to smell magic, so even if you used an invisibility spell so that they couldn't see you, they could still smell you if they got close enough and they were suspicious. Luckily for them, Gander, Athena, and Mariella were able to quietly walk past the area that the griffin was observing, and the griffin didn't seem to even notice. Still being invisible, they went around the corner and they saw a tower connected to the castle. And Athena knew that this was where Sigmund's would be held.
It's the lowest. It's the top floor.
All right. How are we going to get up there?
Mariella, can you teleport us up there?
I can try. She does take one of the magic potions, and restores some of her magic. And she grabs the both of them. She looks up to the top and she teleports. As they appear in the room, they're all still invisible. They appear in the room. They see Sigmund sitting on his bed. He has bruises all over his body, many cuts, and the look on his face is a look of utter defeat. And he quickly turns to look, and he doesn't see her. Athena?
Athena wants to turn visible again.
Okay, so Athena turns visible.
Maria, give me the potion.
She gives Athena the maximum healing potion, and Athena quickly hands it over to Sigmund. He
Drink.
he holds it in his hand. What are
Drink.
you all doing here?
Drink.
See, Athena kind of forces it into him, and he doesn't drink all of it, but his wounds do begin to heal since he drank about half.
Why won't you drink the rest of it?
Athena, you all shouldn't be here.
Sigmund!
Look, if he finds you up here, he'll kill you right on the spot.
Fuck the Duke.
And Gander, he makes himself visible again. He walks over to the door, and he pushes himself against it to try to prevent it from opening.
Sigmund, are you okay? Oh my god, we should have specified Dacius to get Sigmund stuff.
Dacius is out too? What?
We're out, we're fine. The only person we don't know where is Lashana. And Gander has been carrying Nigel.
Where is Nigel?
What?
Gander,
They put. Oh, did she not see he put him on the bed?
oh, yeah, she did.
We
But never mind.
Okay,
She was the one that
yeah.
ordered that.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Never mind. Nigel's in a bed somewhere. In my old room.
I thank you, Athena, but I don't know if I truly deserve this.
If you don't drink the rest of the healing potion, whenever I get my dagger back, I will stab you multiple times.
He does drink the rest of it, but he still looks utterly defeated. I really
Wrong. Angelica.
I don't know where they are.
But we can try to find them.
He looks down. Here, actually, roll a charisma check.
Okay, Gavin, you want to roll for me?
Gavin. Yeah, could you? All right. So Athena tells him all this, and she does seem to light a small spark in him. He stands up. Maybe you're right. We have to find them.
Okay, now Mariella, do you have enough magic to do what we just did? Like teleport us all and turn us invisible?
I have enough to teleport us, but I might have to drink the last potion if we're
Fine.
going to turn invisible.
Drink the last potion, turn you three invisible, and I can turn myself invisible.
Okay.
So as she was about to do this, they began to hear loud footsteps coming towards them.
Hurry!
And she tries to hurry up, and they can tell the door is about to open. And Gander, I'm going to have to do a strength check, see if Gander can hold back what is about to open this door. Wait, I know Gander's strength is ridiculous. So okay. So Gander is trying to hold back. He's not used to being able to do his big strength feats without his armor on. So he is struggling to hold back whatever is trying to open the door. And they can hear a voice from outside the door. Don't try to keep me from coming in, boy.
Mariella, hurry!
Marielle finishes. She runs up to everybody. She turns them all invisible and teleports. The door opens. They can't see this or hear this, but the Duke is standing there, and he looks at the empty room. So, it seems we do have to go on high alert. Now, we get to Darrell and Dacia, who have just made it around their side of the castle, and they see a window leading up into a room that appears to have a lot of armor in it, so that is probably the armor.
That has to be the armory. Well,
Yep.
Okay, obviously it doesn't have to be, but...
So
Listen.
how are we going to get in there?
Great question. How hard can you throw?
I think I can throw decently hard. Of course, not quite as hard as in this form, but I could give it a try.
Alright. I think... Can you get up there by yourself? In there?
It would be difficult, but I could try.
What spells do I have?
Let me look.
Because I think
Hey,
you
guys, I'm
might
back.
have. Hello. You might have something. Okay, let's see here.
I know I have the spider walk thing. Did that
Yes.
wear off? I
Oh,
assume.
I'll have to look because I did specify it's only been like about 10 minutes.
Right.
10 minutes. So
I think that's about how long it lasts, though.
I'll check just to be sure because I don't want to say it wore off and then I look later and it's like, oh, it actually lasts an hour. So we could have made that a lot easier. Let me look. Spirit Guardians, who can do that?
You know, that makes me wonder. Who can and who can't?
Okay, here we go. Spider Climb. Yes, it is up to 1 hour.
Sweet.
Oh. Wait a minute. I can just-
Climb.
Walk up to the window.
You could.
Do you think you can get up there by yourself?
You really could, you know.
I'll give it my best shot.
All right. If not, I'll try to find a rope or something. There's got to be something. It's an armory, probably.
Right.
So Dacius, he goes up and he begins to climb up the wall, and he peers up through the window, and he does see guards in there. He sees 2 guards standing by the door, so it looks like those are just the typical guards. But then he sees about 3 other guards just chatting in there, so they must be guards who are just walked in and are getting their things. And as he's looking in the corner, he does spot a chest, and it's slightly open, and he can see in the chest is some of their belongings.
Oh, God. How many inspiration points do I have?
I think you just have 1, because I think you used
Yeah,
one.
I'm pretty sure.
Yes, you have 1.
Oh, good Lord.
We can give our inspiration points away, right?
You might
Huh?
be able to.
Oh,
I don't believe so.
yeah, I mean,
see, I would check and find out,
I-
but, you know.
guess I could do that. I've never considered it, but I mean,
You might want to.
if you want to do that, I guess I can allow it.
That's not Athena being generous.
I'm just.
I will just remind you. You only have 1 left.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to, figure out what to do. Jesus Christ. I know what I want to do. You know what? Can I, kind of whisper to get one of the guards' attention?
Oh, do you want to do a I think it's a cantrip. Hold up, let me look. Is it a cantrip? Yeah. You can do a minor illusion
Oh, yes.
because then you can make it
That
appear anywhere in the
sounds
room,
good.
and it doesn't cost any magic because it's a cantrip.
I like that. It doesn't cost anything.
So
That's awesome.
could I get one of the guards somehow to come to the window?
Yes, you could. You see the closest guard. He's kind of one just kind of relaxing up against the wall, just kind of listening to the 2 others
That's
that
fun.
just walked in,
Right.
talking to each other. So what do you want the illusion to be? Of course you want it to be a sound, but what sound do you think
what's
would get
your-
his attention?
Goal with that.
A kind of
What is your goal with that?
something a bit angelic or spirit-like
Right.
coming from the window,
That's
I don't know.
honestly, that's not a bad idea.
Like a
It's really
bunch
not.
of whisper, like a whisper.
Okay. So Dacius, he places a minor illusion close to the window, and the guard, he's listening to the other two just talking. He's about to actually chime in to what they're talking about, but he stops when he thinks he hears some whispering coming from the window. So he doesn't believe that there's someone out there. I mean, someone stupid enough to be hanging from the window and chatting right by the armory. But he walks over just to check it out, just to
Hey guys, I'm gonna go
be
grab
sure.
something for dessert. And
Now,
I'll be right back.
all right. But now, what do you want to do? He's almost right up to the window.
Are there any spells that I have for like communication and stuff, or like befriending or charisma-based spells?
Yes.
Okay.
You do have. I'll have to look just to make sure that's what it sounds like, but you do have a spell called Friends.
Yeah, because I think most of us have that one.
So let me check just to be sure, because it could do something completely different from what it sounds like. Let me see. Actually, while I'm searching and while we're kind of on downtime, I will say, since my apprenticeship is over, I do not have to get up early at the moment until I get an actual job. So, we can play on Sundays and anytime, really.
Yay! Also, I might not be able to play tomorrow because I'm going to a wedding.
Okay.
And I might stay at my aunt's house for the night, but I don't know.
Okay, well, I will assume that you cannot, and if you can, then, just say that, hey, I can and I want to. But,
All right.
Yeah, I'll just assume not, and then we will play again on Sunday, if that works for everybody.
Oh my god, tomorrow's the 12th.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So what Friends does, which it's perfect for the situation, is one creature that is like in the vicinity, as long as they are not hostile towards you, you have an advantage in charisma rolls, which he is not currently hostile to you. He just thinks that maybe you are some criminal thing. I don't know, you might be some bird. He doesn't know.
Okay. Because I want to try and talk to him.
Okay. So he walks up, and he at first he just kind of looks outside, but then he looks down and he sees you, and you see him visibly like freak out. If you don't say anything now, then he is going to shout to the other guards.
Hey, listen! I have something incredibly important to tell you.
He stops for a second. Here, can you actually roll charisma, please? Because I want to see.
Okay.
All right. So he's still on edge. He's still ready to immediately call the rest of the guards over, but he doesn't. He waits.
All right. There is something very disgusting and corrupt being done within this castle's walls.
And
something that is not in your best interest.
he kind of looks around at the other guards just to see if they are, if they're paying attention to this. And the two are still talking in the one side of the room, and the two guards at the door, they're considering like barely anyone has broken into the armory. They're just kind of like staring off into space right now. So the guard, he turns to Dacius and he kind of tries to talk quietly. What do you mean?
I have seen in some of the wizard's chambers some, well, evil magic. Magic that they plan to use on the soldiers, and I imagine by extension on the guards.
What are you talking about? The wizard? But how do you? Only the royal wizards can go in there. How?
I know a lot of things at the moment. If you come outside, I can explain more to you.
Okay, now you gotta roll another charisma check because he does still look kind of conflicted about this.
I do have high charisma though. And
hang on. Oh, I gotta look.
You got a 7.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought you had low charisma, but no, you don't.
Dacius does not have low charisma.
Yeah.
Dacius is like 2 things off from Athena's, which is like 20.
He looks at Dacius again, and Dacius specifically sees him grabbing the rest of his gear, but he doesn't say anything to the other guards, and he walks outside the room. Now, what does Dacius do now? Darrell's just kind of like watching Dacius from the bottom.
I wanna walk back down to Darrell.
Okay, so he walks back down. What was that?
The only way I can see any of us getting through any of this is if we get the guards to work with us. And I don't even have to lie about anything. This place is seriously fucked up.
It's not actually a bad plan.
I don't know exactly in what way to get the guards to help us. I don't know if we're going to be doing a full-on revolution, but at the very least, if we can get some of them to work with us.
Yeah.
I've asked
I see what you're saying.
I've asked one guard to come outside. It might be a good idea if you could hide yourself or try to do something that isn't here.
Say no more. He walks over to a nearby bush and he hides in it. Yeah. Now, if you actually look for him in the bush, you will see him. But Dacius kind of like steps a couple steps back and looks at the bush, just kind of like as any other person would, and he doesn't really see Darrell in there, so he thinks that it's good enough. So, as they wait, a griffin flies down towards them. However, before Dacius can start freaking out, he sees it is the same guard that he talked to, who lands. This guard, he seems fairly young. Dacius wouldn't even be surprised if he was just added as an official guard. He had red hair.
Okay. Hello?
So,
What did you mean about evil magic in the Royal Wizard room?
There is a certain kind of runes, if you will, some of which I had a paladin look over.
Paladin.
He
Yeah.
was frightened. One of these symbols, one of the runes we had figured out was going to be used on the soldiers to make them better fighters. A rune that puts magic into things. The problem is,
He's nodding his head through all this.
it keeps putting magic into things until those things are dead.
And this is when his eyes widen.
Wait, and you said they might put that in the guards, right?
Well, I think that's a reasonable extension from the militia, from the army.
But what? Why would they do that? Well,
I don't know.
what? I mean, I knew there was talk about a war between the elves that we were preparing for, but I didn't think they would do something like that.
Understand, even if they don't end up using it on the guards, even if it isn't as catastrophic as I say it is, they are definitely messing with evil magics down there, which could possibly be directly connected to demons.
Demons. But no, that can't be right. That's what the king warned us about.
I mean, why would he tell you the truth?
I don't know. I thought, I guess the king has been acting a little strange recently.
Donphin was burned to the ground.
Did you say Donphin?
Yes.
I was born there.
I witnessed
What
it
happened?
firsthand, a cult of sorts with a dragon.
Cult of the Dragon. But no, they couldn't have reached here already.
Well, in the Elven Kingdom, there was a bit of a bit of a demon problem. The queen of the Elven Kingdom, Valencia, was possessed
What?
and had been for years. Trust me. Me and some of my friends had to deal with that firsthand.
Well, you say all this, and it does make some sense, but how can I know I can trust you? Who even are you?
I'm Dacius. I guess I don't expect you to recognize me, but I don't have anything on me as proof at the moment. Wait, do I have those papers with me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because you did take a couple of them with you.
Actually, I have the papers right here of some of the runes.
And he took them out, and guard, he stares. He can't make heads or tails of these, obviously. But as he touches them, and it's kind of clear to Dacius that this man, he seems to be, a nice young man, most likely a religious man. And as soon as he puts his hands on these papers, he can practically just feel the evil coursing from them. And he immediately takes his hands away. What? You're right. Those shouldn't even be around here. What?
Well, if you help me and my friends get out of here, I'll help you make sure garbage like this isn't anywhere near the capital.
And he thinks to himself for a moment. Well, I don't know how much help I can truly be, but I don't want anything like this to keep happening. So, yeah, I'll help.
All right.
My name is Arthur, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Arthur. What I need you to do in the armory is where all of me and my friends' stuff is kept.
Wait, the treasure chest. So you're one of the prisoners.
Yes.
So that means they locked you up because they didn't want this to get out. Okay, I know what to do. And Arthur, he runs back onto his griffin, and they fly back up towards the castle. And Darrell gets out from the bush. I gotta say, I'm honestly impressed.
Didn't even have to lie. Well, most of it wasn't a lie.
You know, not so bad for a mortal.
You're not so bad for a whatever it is you are.
And he does smirk at that, and he starts to continue this conversation. Speaking of that, I guess I could say what I am. I think you could handle it a lot better than your other friends could.
All right, go for it.
So, I am aware of you. I'm aware of what you all have been doing. And that is because you know the demons can possess people. However, there is something else that demons can do. They can create disguises of any race, well, other than Tiefling. I am a demon.
So what's your objective? What's your goal?
My goal... I don't think I need to get into that. It's a bit personal, but let's just say we both have a common enemy. The demons who are behind all of this.
Well, as long as it's personal and it is truly a common enemy, I don't have anything against you. Just don't make me break out the holy water.
I'll try not to. And as they finished their conversation, Arthur returned, and he had the full chest with him. I'm surprised I could actually get all of it. I did have to lie a little and say that I was giving these to the other guards outside, but I think this should help. And he pushes the chest over. And he does see Darrell, but he doesn't really seem that surprised. Is this one of the friends you mentioned?
Yes. He doesn't have anything in that chest, though, I don't believe.
No, nothing of mine in there.
All right.
I know I don't have much of a grand standing here, but I'll try to get some of the other guards on our side.
If you do manage to, whichever gods it is that you worship, they'll be in your debt.
Thank you. And I wish the same for you all.
And he gets back on his griffin, and he flies off. And now, with both of their goals achieved, the groups both head back to their meeting point, and that is where we shall end this session.
Friendship.
Woo! All right, that was cool. I like that.
Our sessions have definitely gotten a lot shorter compared to last year.
Yeah. Well, it's so I've actually been thinking about that, and it's mainly because I don't know, this season might end up being shorter than the last one. Well, one reason is we haven't fought anything yet. If you remember, battles can take a while, so there's that. But
we did also just get back into it.
That too. But the main thing is it's because since our campaign, I've been doing more story stuff. I've been doing more stuff similar to D&D with other people. And I've learned that, while having a long session can definitely be good,
right?
It's also, it can be just as good, if not better, to have sort of a shorter session where it has like a good stopping point.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, because with these past few sessions, we've had really good stopping points. The first session, we stopped right after the first flashback. The second session, we stopped as the teams just split up and the second flashback started. And this time, both teams have accomplished their goal, and Lashana is starting to actually join back up with everybody.
Right.
And
now,
they might be going to go get her.
Good.
Nah, sadly, I don't think he's going to come back.
Yeah.
From what he said, I don't think he's gonna come back.
That's a bummer.
Which, hey, but that's all right. I completely get it.
He's got to take care of what he's got to take care of. So I fully understand.
He's got shit going on, and
right.
That's all right. But I know what's going to happen with his character. What he was actually doing with his character the last time is actually real. It actually does help a lot with what's going to happen.
Right.
I was kind of hoping that he would start like really getting into the whole whatever he was like siding with, because I'm pretty sure that big beast thing was not very nice and very evil.
I will
you don't have to
confirm nor deny that.
You don't have to answer that. But what I was kind of hoping is he would go on like becoming this, kind of antagonist to the party, maybe even ending up doing some things to get into the party's way or actively trying to hurt some of its members, until eventually having like this light bulb moment of what he was actually doing.
Right.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for that too. But I do have an idea of what's going to happen, and I think it will definitely be interesting. let me see. What was some other different things I was going to? So, I could have done it in this session, but I want to wait until the next flashback scene. Well, no, not tomorrow. We're gonna play on Sunday, unless Gavin says he can tomorrow. We're going to wait until Sunday.
Okay.
I think I'll have I'll stay up at my aunt's or wherever they're going to be until 6, and then have them drive me back so I can be here by 7. And
Okay.
I'll stay up at their house another time,
Right.
probably sometimes over the week.
I mean, you don't have to. It's just it's just one. It's just one day.
Honestly,
we're still
all
playing.
you need is time and internet.
Yeah.
to play with us.
We're still playing.
Right.
Playing twice this week. So
I know. I am really excited to see where all this goes.
well,
So am I.
okay. I mean,
I think it's going to turn
if
out
it's-
awesome.
If it's what you want, then I'm cool with it.
Right.
So I will try. I'll talk to my aunt back and forth maybe tonight and tomorrow morning.
Because just tell me that it's going to be all right. It's going to work out.
Right.
So I can just prepare. So the one thing I wanted to do in this session, but I'll wait until the next flashback because I think it would work better there. Originally, what I was going to do, and this was an idea I had all the way back in season 1. When we got to the Shadow Troop base, I wanted before they met one, they would meet all the rest of the members first, but I think this worked out a lot better.
Yeah, I think it did too, honestly.
In the next flashback, then we will get to meet all the other members, because we know one, we know Sarsis,
Yeah.
but we don't know the other two. I will say one
But
of
what
them is a
still needs to
Tiefling.
be unknown is that we don't know the other two.
Are you using a voice changer?
I'm using reverb on my mixer board.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cool.
Stop it.
So that was something. I was also not planning on revealing that Darrell was a demon yet, but again, I think this worked out good because it's just because he's impressed with how Dacius handled the whole situation. He feels that Dacius is a good enough guy to where he could just tell it to him as a form of respect, to be like, yeah, I can trust you with what I am, because I don't
Sorta
think
like
you'll
telling him
just
how it
straight up
is.
kill me.
and Dacius didn't straight up kill him.
He did not. Yes, it was a good thing on Darrell's part. And he also revealed stuff about how demons are behind the kingdom stuff.
Yeah.
No.
And there will be more stuff to that, and I also have, because his goal, I don't want to spoil exactly what his end goal is, what he actually wants, but it's not really important to the plot, I guess. That's the way I'll put it.
Right.
He wants to stop the demons, which is important to the plot, but the reason he wants to stop them isn't really important to the plot.
Right.
I do really like how you kind of handled the fucked up stuff that the kingdom's doing. It's not so overtly fucked up as they're making zombies and all that kind of shit. It's on the surface, if you didn't know the runes were evil, you'd just be like, oh. Or if you didn't know the effects they had, you'd just be like, oh, they're trying to, augment their armies, make them stronger.
Yeah, exactly. There's that, and there's also the fact that the royal wizards are just kind of, everyone just thinks they're kind of studying them.
Right.
Yeah. But it's I also, it's not so fucked up to the point of being unrealistic. It makes sense in the world, but it's fucked up enough where Dacius didn't really have to lie to
Exactly.
convince
Yeah.
the guard to help him.
Exactly.
Yeah, because the stuff was there. He said the king's been acting differently, and they've been preparing for a war, but he hasn't heard nothing has attacked yet. He said he hasn't heard anything about anything happening where they would need to do that, which is why he's so shocked.
Right.
So yes, I'm glad you are liking that, because I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to pull this off as effectively.
Do you
But
think
I'm
it's a
glad
good
I'm making
idea?
it work.
Like, what are your feelings on him being surprised and shocked about it? Like, what does it do for you?
What?
Mr. President, how do you feel about this man being shocked?
How do you feel?
I mean, this is fine, I guess.
I guess so.
It's
How do you
it's
feel?
it's realistic enough.
Right.
There's some cool, not really political, but kind of
like
real
suspenseful.
world shit. Question it, the guard questioning why they were going to war if the people they were going to war with hadn't so far done anything.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
So
No.
But again, he didn't exactly question it because because hey, it can happen.
it's
and
just things are kind of falling to, or he has more information, so he can kind of piece things together.
yeah, exactly.
Dixie, no, stop it.
So since we finished up with that, I would like to talk just a tiny bit about Starfinder. If
Cool.
you guys want
down
to
with
talk
that.
a little about that.
Wait, sorry, my
Because-
thing cut out. What'd you say?
Oh, I just since I went through my little behind the scenes for the D&D, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Starfinder. Just because it's something I've been thinking about, it's something that Gavin's been thinking about. So I just wanted to talk a little bit more about it. I'm not sure exactly how serious it's going to be. I want it to be kind of I don't want it to be quite as serious as this current arc of the D&D, but
Right.
I also don't want it to be super crazy and silly as the BS campaign.
Right.
Yeah,
So because mainly also because I do want Xander to be able to have fun with that one.
you could make it a bit more out there, go a bit harder on the not hard sci-fi, just hard, really fucking
bizarre.
fiction. Yeah,
Bizarre
more
and
fiction.
very interesting.
Yeah.
too. That's
more,
what I
more,
was
more
thinking.
fiction,
Right.
more fiction than science, to give it a more, I guess, kind of cartoony atmosphere.
Right.
Yeah, but not but don't go full cartoon where you can't take
Yeah.
anything serious.
Like it's not filled with references. Things aren't always a joke. Everything, there are a lot of things that are weird, kind of out there, but it's still a universe. It's things are happening. It's still somewhat serious. You can take it seriously.
Yeah, that would be good.
Which I think
You go.
I think that's how it can end up anyways, because it seems the overarching antagonist is a giant mega corporation.
Yeah, I mean, that works great for what I wanted with the plot. So I guess I don't know if Tessa and Audrey, I don't know if you two want to start thinking about those characters or not
Yeah, I can.
yet. But if so, the bare basics of this plot is
Yeah,
uh,
playing D&D.
Oh my god. Yes, it does. Oh my. I'm running away. Jesus.
Come down to my house.
I was planning on it.
So the general plot of the Starfinder campaign is that we're playing as either part of the Intergalactic Defense Garrison, aka the Space Police, or you can be a criminal that they are transporting. And what happens is, as they are transporting the criminals and or criminal, because I know Gavin is playing as a criminal, I'm playing as one of the garrison officers, so I don't know what you two want to be. But basically, while traveling from star system to drop them off at the prison, they get caught up in this war between the two star systems and this mega corporation, Broxon, which is basically space Amazon.
That's awesome.
Space Amazon.
Yeah,
Hang on,
because
hang on. Space Amazon.
Dixie.
There we go.
No.
Thank you, Hunter.
Dixie.
You're welcome.
No.
But yeah, it's Space Amazon because they basically sell everything, but their end goal is they want like all the planets in those star systems to basically fully depend on them.
Right.
So they are basically conquering those star systems without actually conquering them.
Right.
You know what? Hello?
Yeah,
We
I
can
heard
still
you.
hear you.
I thought I lost my internet again.
Oh.
I could probably actually make like a soundtrack for it.
Oh,
That would be
cool.
awesome.
I had, like, making like a synthwave or more sci-fi type soundtrack is a lot easier than making a fantasy themed one.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
and
a good
hey,
idea.
that'll also give you some stuff to do on your downtime.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. I can bring up some certain like scenarios I've thought of, so you can make songs for those. Maybe you can make character theme songs.
There we go.
That's a
You know-
good
you know what I
idea.
will-
That is
You know
really
what I
a
was
good
also
idea.
thinking of doing? What
What?
would also be kind of cool is like making like a little like news jingle for like the Broxon Corporation.
Yes, yes, please.
for like they have their own
That's
news
awesome.
channel.
Dixie, you cannot eat the phone. No.
Audrey's
Oh,
dog's
boy.
going craysy.
She's trying to. No,
Hi,
you cannot
Dixie.
have my blanket. No, my blanket. No. Tessa, come get this dog. My
What? But
blanket.
I don't think
Mine.
that's how come up.
She's trying to take my blanket. Gavin.
What?
She's taking your blanket.
Oh.
No, mine. Go
Sweet.
that way. Get off my bed.
You say that now. She'll be back up there in 5 minutes.
Hi, baby.
She'll be like, Audrey's not here. Time for me to party. Let's go.
She's trying to take Gavin's blanket. That's rude.
I know.
Hey Audrey, just a fair warning, I wouldn't look at my tweet notifications if I were you.
Why?
Because I was having a conversation with Ryan and Vic, and you know how those go.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Well, I am gonna hop off.
All
So,
right.
I think- Tonight, I'm gonna try and make a bit of like a demo combat track thing, just to see if you think like I'm capable of making a soundtrack for it. Because I don't want to be, I don't want to be like making shit and then you just play it because you feel bad.
I mean, hey, that's fair.
Right.
That's fair. I mean, I think you can make great music because you have before, but I will do that. I will listen to your demo track, and I can tell you if it's shit or not.
All right.
So you work on that. You tell me about it, and we will play Sunday, same time, and we will see if we can play tomorrow.
Okay.
At 7:30, same time.
Okay.
So I will talk to you guys later.
Alrighty,
Alright.
that sounds good.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
And if you guys like this content, make sure to stay tuned to my channel, Hunter's Technical Fun, for more D&D greatness. This is Hunter's Technical Fun. I'll see you in the next video. Like and subscribe. Peace out, guys.